And what is so striking about that is that the lion's share is fossil fuel, and only a tiny, tiny slither is so-called renewable. How much energy do we, as a species, derive from fossil sources, and how much from renewable sources?
So I can definitely answer that. So it's about 80%, depending on there are different kinds of measurements, but let's say it's about 80 per, like if you look at the latest BP, which is, it's a company, but they're considered very authoritative and nonpartisan. I think they have less than 5% solar and wind and over 80% fossil fuels. And so there's the percentage, but the real thing is also the absolute quantity of it. And so in the chart that you mentioned, what you see is everything is going up, but particularly fossil fuel is going up, and people have this idea that we're in what they call an energy transition, and which means in that usage a transition off of fossil fuels, but actually it's an energy addition because fossil fuel use has continued to grow. That we only had the dip for 2020, but that's not related to the economics of fossil fuels. That's just another situation, but now it's continued to grow again. And the basic reason is, well, one is fossil fuels are uniquely cost effective. They can scale, producing low cost, reliable energy in a way that nothing else currently can. But the other thing is that the world doesn't have nearly enough energy. So you and I, you in Mississippi, me in California, we use an amount of energy that 6 billion people that, would be unimaginable to 6 billion people. And 6 billion people use an amount that we would consider unacceptable, including 3 billion people using less electricity individually than one of our refrigerators does. So if you think about that, it's obvious the world needs more energy. And that's why if you're talking about reducing fossil fuels in a world that needs much more energy, that's deadly. And it's pretty clear we need more energy, and a lot of it needs to come from fossil fuels.